Now, there's many reasons why this is a huge deal. Speaking out against a company like this in Korea is a very, very new thing. This has not really happened before, but they didn't do anything. Essentially, they said that there was no evidence. Hello, my name is Marlon Aleister. I have been living in South Korea for going on 4 years now, and I talk about everything Korea. And today I wanted to talk about one of the biggest stories coming out of South Korea at the moment, and that is the unfortunate situation that is happening with NewJeans, one of the biggest girl groups in Korea at the moment. NewJeans as a group has just recently come out with a live stream under a YouTube channel that is not an official YouTube channel. They all came out to basically make demands that they are requesting for their previous CEO, heejin, to be replaced back as the original CEO position by the 25th of September.
그리고 하이브는 25일까지 어도어를 원래대로 복귀시키는 현명한 결정을 해주시기 바랍니다.
This is an ultimatum. This is something that they are requesting specifically to their subsidiary owner hybe and Pang Si-hyuk as the owner of that subsidiary company. They specifically mentioned by the 25th of September, but they did not say whether they plan to cancel their contracts, whether they plan to discontinue working as NewJeans. There is no information that they have released whatsoever, and on the same side as hybe, it is radio silence. Now, there's many reasons why this is a huge deal because, as I said previously, NewJeans is one of the biggest girl groups when it comes to Korean entertainment at the moment. So this is really, really shocking to say the least. However, but this is something that has been boiling and boiling up until this point. And I wanted to talk about essentially how we got here. And I want to talk about what this means for the future of not only NewJeans, but in general, the Korean music industry as we know it. So NewJeans is a very, 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 very famous girl group that is famous worldwide and extremely famous in Korea that is under the company known as Adore. Adore is a subsidiary company that is under the umbrella of hybe, and hybe is a company that was created by CEO of the company Big Hit, which was the creator of BTS, one of the biggest boy groups of all time. And the reason that it's very important that Adore is a subsidiary is that their CEO, known as heejin, only owned 18% of the company Adore. So in the past, heejin actually worked for a lot of other companies before she was the CEO of Adore. She was specifically a creative director at SM, which has groups like EXO and Red Velvet. She was kind of the mastermind when it comes to the creation of NewJeans. She was working together very closely with Pang Si-hyuk, the owner of Big Hit and hybe, to make the next big thing when it comes to girl groups. However, they did not see eye to eye, so she went her own way and created Adore to make NewJeans. At the same time as heejin was doing what she was doing, Pang Si-hyuk was also in the preparation period of making his own girl group known as Seraphim, and these two groups both debuted in the same year. And this will become important later, just stay with me. So NewJeans debuts. They are one of the biggest names to drop from just simply a debut in probably decades. Groups that come out usually have periods where they are known as rookies, and they have times where they are going through hardships and they're trying to get their first win from music shows so they can prove that they are worthy of being on the stage in Korean media. However, NewJeans broke that barrier with little to no effort. They became global superstars essentially overnight. And a lot of people can say that this is attributed to that they were a connection, they were a subsidiary of the hybe conglomerate. People heard that this was a company under hybe, so they were just excited to hear anything new from a company that made the superstars of BTS. But not only that, they had a very fresh and new sound, something that was not really happening at the time of when they first debuted. But just after they debuted, two more big girl groups under the hybe label were also coming out. And these two groups are known as Le Seraphim and Illit, and these two groups have a lot of similarities when it comes to NewJeans. People have compared these three groups to each other, not only because they debuted at a very similar time, but because they also have very similar dance moves, they have very similar concepts. This is not so much Le Seraphim, but mainly Illit and NewJeans had really similar rollouts. And so heejin became quite upset about this sort of situation, that she she made this group that was doing very well, and her immediate competition was in the same company that she was also in works with. Due to a lot of inside conflict between Min Heejin, the owner of NewJeans, and the Hybe company as a whole, she started to do a little bit of shady stuff. Hybe caught wind of this, and they began auditing the Adore company, and they started to find that Min Heejin was trying to do some insider trading and trying to essentially gain back complete control of Adore. A lot more goes on behind that, but they found this out and they were not happy with her. Hybe, as the owner of the subsidiary of Adore, the owner of NewJeans, said that they plan to remove Min Heejin as the CEO of that company. And Min Heejin lost it. And to say that she lost it is
제가 그냥 하이브 애들을 내 새끼들을 놓고 나오는 게 너무 그냥 너무 속상해가지고 제가 돈을 원했으면요 이런 내부 고발을 안 해요. 여기 나오지도 않은 얘기.
I feel like it's kind of an understatement. Min Heejin went on a press conference that was completely not spoken with her main company, which obviously I don't think she would tell them, hey, I'm going to go, talk about the stuff that y'all, whatever. She wasn't going to go and talk to the company that she was going to go and bash. But essentially that's what she did. She went and talked on a press conference about what was going on between her and the companies. And there was a lot of personal messages being shared, a lot of personal feelings involved in this press conference. And in general, in Korea, people's response to this was really divided. People were sympathizing with her, or a lot of people were either saying that she was really unprofessional for doing these kind of things. All in all, it did not look really great for her at the moment. Then on the NewJeans side, from the entertainment point, we saw a lot less of NewJeans. We saw a lot less involvement in media. We saw a lot less involvement in advertising. They weren't showing up as much as they were just a couple months ago. And again, I cannot exaggerate how globally they were superstars. People that are not interested in K-pop, people that don't even know that this is a Korean group, know songs like Ditto, know songs like OMG. They know songs from this group. And in Korea, it is an understatement to say that they are extremely popular. They are beyond extremely popular. Everyone knows NewJeans. So they were just gone. They disappeared. Everyone knew why. Everyone knew something was going on. But it was really still kind of a shady thing to happen. So after their public dispute, they had a legal battle where Min Heejin was actually found to be not liable for what Hybe was saying was insider trading. The courts decided that that was not actually the case, and that Hybe had no basis for firing her at that moment. So Hybe took it upon themselves to find their own way to do this. And so there is conflicting reports about what happened essentially. What had happened was that Hybe's board essentially removed power. I'm not sure exactly how. People are saying that they removed her CEO position and made her an executive producer, or they made her a creative director. Whatever the case may be, she is no longer the CEO from the board's decision of Hybe. She is no longer the CEO of Adore, meaning she has no creative control, or she has no investment and nothing to do with NewJeans. And now, just taking a step back to the beginning of when NewJeans was forming, they were minors. They were very, very young girls. They were in teens. Some of them were even preteens when they were first training. And so a lot of these people know Min Heejin from a very young age, and they know her very well. Now, in present day, we have this live stream where these young girls of NewJeans are now defending this person that they have known for a very long time.
솔직히 대표님 너무 불쌍하고, 그리고 하이브가 그냥 비인간적인 회사로만 보여요. 저희가 이런 회사를 보고 뭘 배우겠어요?
I don't want to say this is their only defending Min Heejin. They're also bringing up a lot of concerns that they have faced discrimination within Hybe, such as one of the members, I think it was Hani, had said that she had said hello to one of members of a different group when she was on the hair and makeup room floor. And while she had said hello, a manager of the opposite group had said, don't talk to her. You are not allowed to talk to her.
제가 얼마 전에 어떤 일을 겪었는데요. 그 하이브 건물의 4층이 헤어랑 메이크업을 받는 층이거든요. 그래서 다른 아티스트 분들도 되게 많이 왔다 갔다 하시고 다른 직업분들도 많이 왔다 갔다 하신 그런 공간이에요. 그래서 어떤 날에 제가 혼자 복도에서 기다리고 있었는데 그 다른 팀원분들이랑 그 그족 매니저님 한 분이 저를 지나가셨어요. 그래서 저희 서로 잘 인사 나눠드렸고 했는데 그분들이 다시 좀 이따 나오셨을 때 그족 매니저님이 무시해라고 하셨거든요. 제 앞에서.
And Hani obviously felt very offended by that. So she had said in the live stream that she went to the current CEO, the new CEO of Adore, but they didn't do anything. Essentially, they said that there was no evidence, nothing could have happened, nothing could be done. So she felt very offended and she brought that up in the live stream. And in the live stream as well, NewJeans not only, like I said, defends heejin, but they talk about their future. What is it going to look like for them going forward? They are worried about how they will be treated going forward when it comes to promotion, when it comes to being an artist.
일이 얼마나 더 일어나게 될지 지켜주시는 사람도 없는데 은근히 따돌림 받지 않을지 당연히 걱정되고요.
And rightfully so, in my opinion. I feel like they are in a very kind of tug of war situation where it comes with hybe obviously has a lot of interest in keeping their image positive, but then also heejin wants to acquire NewJeans, and there's a lot going on. However, there was an article that I read in Korean, and I'll put this here and I'll show you, that had basically said that hybe made a statement, but there was no attribution to who had said this, so there's not a lot of confirmation of whether this is a real statement. However, in the article it said that essentially they are trying to work with NewJeans and people involved to make the situation as positive as possible. Because in the live stream, the NewJeans members are very obviously shaken by the situation. They are really scared for their future and they are worried about someone that they care about quite a lot. Now, all of this has happened and there is so much vulnerability coming from the young girls in NewJeans. There is a lot of legal issues going on between hybe and heejin. Something that I'm worried about specifically, personally, is I'm worried about how the NewJeans girls' contracts will continue, what will happen to their careers, because speaking out against a company like this in Korea is a very, very new thing. This has not really happened before. And so I'm sure hybe knows this. They know people are watching them like hawks to see how they're going to treat their artists. Specifically, one of the members of BTS, Jungkook, made a post on Instagram for his dog. And essentially he put a bunch of hearts that represent all of the colors of NewJeans members. And he said, artists are not at fault, or something along those lines. That is one of the members of BTS, one of the biggest companies under hybe, and he is showing support for NewJeans specifically, not heejin and not hybe. He is supporting NewJeans, and I think that is something that a lot of people are feeling, especially in Korea. I have seen a lot of people saying that they are more just worried for the artists themselves and not so much heejin and not so much hybe. But I feel like this is something that I'm not really sure which way is right and which way is wrong. However, there have been a lot of controversies in the past with Bang Si-hyuk, the owner of hybe, and the owner of Adore, heejin. Both have their own personal kind of controversies when it comes to creating a business, creating their image for their idols, and there's a lot that goes on behind that. So I want to hear what you have to say. What do you think about the situation? What do you feel like will happen going forward? And what do you hope for? What do you think that this will create in the music industry going forward? This is still a very new story and so much can happen after I make this video, but I hope that everything turns out well, and I hope NewJeans continues to be able to be artists the way that they want to, whether that is under Adore or under hybe or under a new label. I'm sure that these girls want to continue to be artists. That is why they are vocalizing their concerns, and that is why this live stream happened. This is a very, very interesting story, and it's going to continue to develop going forward. I hope that you find some time to look into it yourself, because this is a really, really interesting case, not only just for one of the biggest girl groups in Korea, but the Korean entertainment industry as a whole. Just wanted to say really quickly that I do make videos on Korea only. That includes entertainment, music, culture, everything. So if you are interested in these kind of topics, I encourage you to subscribe and like the video. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.